Hey, Lee Wolf here. Welcome to Gamface Monday. I am sitting here on Memorial Day with Richie Bello and our special guest today, Shaun Clark. How you guys doing?
Great. Doing well. Thanks for having
Awesome.
me.
Awesome. That's great to have you here. So today is Memorial Day. We have lost, and families in our country have lost countless military soldiers and personnel that were out there with one thing in mind, which is defending our democracy and our freedom, not only here in the United States, but around the world. And today's the day to reflect on that. So I really think everyone out there, I would hope, would take some time today to think about them. Our show today is brought to you by Shop Smart Autos, and we're just going to run a quick VIN retention video. So we all know it's commonplace in the auto industry that customers will come and then they go. But why? Was it a better price? Did they go with a different make? Is it a sales training issue? Maybe it's a marketing problem. And if you knew why, could you take back a portion of that business? First things first, you need data. And Shop Smart Autos for dealers has your solution, the VIN Retention Report. Our VIN Retention Report can give you the inside scoop on VINs you held onto and the VINs you lost. But that's not all. What if you could know where the customers and your VINs ended up? For example, if Mrs. Smith purchased a vehicle from you 2 years ago and traded that vehicle in a mile away for the same make but a newer model, why didn't she come back to you? Now with that data, you can reach out. You can target her with a service deal that brings her back into your dealership and gives her the stellar experience she's looking for, while potentially flipping her back to your sales floor for a deal she never knew she could get. That's just one way our VIN Retention Report can help. So take 15 minutes with us today, and we'll show you how the power of data can increase your ROI with the Shop Smart Autos for Dealers VIN Retention Report. Set up your appointment today. All right, so that's our VIN Retention Report by Shop Smart Autos. Back in the day when I was in the full service advertising and marketing business, having a tool like the VIN Retention Report would literally be like magic. We used to sit and wait for phone calls from car dealerships, which we handled about 39 at the time when I was in the business in the 90s and 2000s. And we would have to wait to hear, how many cars did you sell? We would ask questions about, why do you think you lost customers? Why do you think you're gaining customers? We had no real finger on, especially digitally, on this kind of data that the VIN Retention Report provides. So with the report, we can see, what are the VINs you held on to? What are the VINs that you lost? Not only what did you lose, but where did these people go? Did they stay in the same model but go to another dealership? Did they change models? Did they sell it on their own? Did they sell it through a dealership? So now you have all this information and all this incredible data that I wish we could have had back in the day. But that's where Shaun Clark of Go High Level comes in, because he has a tool that I've been studying now for a couple of weeks, reading up on it. And it's a very simplified, very beautiful site that I've been looking at, very clean, very easy to understand. Everything from CRM to building websites to communicating with customers to doing funnels to sending out surveys, anything you can possibly imagine that you would need to now take this important data and actually do something with it, expand your business, retain your customers, gain new customers. It's all there. And I'm not putting it very eloquently, which I'm sure Shaun's going to be able to do, but it's an incredible software that I'm excited to learn even more about and to utilize myself. So how we doing, Shaun?
Oh, doing well. I don't know I can do any better than you, actually. So, I mean, if you think about it, it's basically, the goal is, how do we put every CRM marketing and sales product in one platform and interweave them together seamlessly and back them up heavily with automation? Because where we came from in the world was, we met a lot of people who had a lot of lead generation going on. And, leads are great, but if you don't convert them to customers, it doesn't really matter. And when we really looked at why people, we sort of really started working a lot with lead generation folks, people who are generating leads on behalf of others. And what we would see is this sort of weird disconnect where someone would generate a bunch of leads and they'd be all excited and they'd say, I got these leads for a penny a lead, and they put them on a spreadsheet, and they'd have this big smile on their face. They'd hand them over to the person, and then the person would turn around and be like, "You're fired." The person would be like, what do you mean? I said you wanted leads and I gave you a truckload for nothing. What's the deal? And the reality is there's this common misperception. If you ask a small business or a business of any kind, hey, you want more leads? They always say yes. But what they really mean is they want more customers. And if you look at what turns a lead into a customer, it's about follow-up. And, no offense, but every business I've ever met sucks at following up. And
Yep.
I believe they always will. And it's because it's a lot of boring stuff. First of all, the biggest problem occurs when the lead first comes in. You've got 5 minutes or less to get back to me, or you know what? Oops, I forgot about who you are, what I signed up for, what the stupid offer was, what the ad said. I got to go about my day. See you later. And so if you don't do that, you lose, and no one can do that consistently. In fact, the smartest people don't even try. So what we did there is we brought a lot of automation in, because we found that if you can get to that lead within the first 5 minutes, the likelihood of conversion goes up astronomically.
Absolutely.
And then from there, if the product does all this, but the idea is these days with AI, you can actually talk to these folks. You can get them to self-book on a calendar to come in to see, in your case, probably see a vehicle, all of that stuff. You can now answer a ton of questions using AI beautifully, just like a human would, about different aspects of the vehicle, but also be smart enough to, like a salesperson, to leave off where you should and say, well, that ride quality, you really just have to come in to experience it. Would you like to book an appointment? And then from there, the people that don't take the bait right away or say, oh, I'm too busy, whatever, it then becomes a consistency question. Or, you need to hit them up the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day, until honestly, they tell you to go the heck away.
Right.
Or most people, they're going to convert, because that was the whole point. They were interested in your offer. They want to take you up on it. So high level really is about helping you automate that. We call it the capture, nurture, close. Everything to capture, everything to nurture, everything to close, all seamlessly in one product.
Awesome. I think you did a heck of a lot better than I did. So yeah, I mean, we used to buy list after list, and it was pennies and thousands of people. And then it was, okay, send a bunch of postcards and call. And we would drive these people completely insane. So basically, this is pretty much 90% of your follow-up all funneled into one program.
That's right. That's right. All from any type of lead source you could imagine. So it doesn't matter whether there's Facebook ads or inbound calls, all kinds of stuff. And, we have all kinds of cool tricks. Like I'm a big fan of missed call text back. We have a ton of customers who get calls. They miss the call for whatever reason. And then the system automatically texts that customer back and picks up the lead and converts it into a viable customer, versus
Wow.
like, oops, I missed the call. Hopefully they call me back. No one leaves a message. People are moving on to your competitor.
Yeah.
So we gotta be on that. So again, using SMS technology in that case to reach out and start that station, and not leave that opportunity on the ground.
That's amazing. Yeah, and I've only been studying it for a couple of weeks. I actually don't have hands-on with it, but Richie,
Sure.
you've actually experienced some hands-on with the system, right?
Yes, a few of my customers. So what I do for regular businesses, PPC with Clickable. Okay. So here's what it is. We drive the traffic, and that traffic converts with the chat. It's amazing, right? And not only that, the landing pages, as Shaun knows, is tracking that you're tracking that landing page, right? With his software. The biggest thing about this high level, why I wanted him to come in, is the conversion is close to, it's crazy. If you have a company that is doing PPC for you and you're saying, I'm not getting nothing out of it, get his product because it'll convert. We got a conversion right now with certain clients anywhere from 20 to 30%. Okay. Because why? That traffic is driven, and then the message on the PPC is right. They go there and they convert. Okay. And the follow-up is next to none. Okay. As far as follow-up is concerned, it's over. From the lead to the sale, I have one customer, okay, that's at 40% sale, okay, booking an appointment than selling their product. It's in the wedding industry. So, I mean, it's really, really tremendous. What this does, it creates tremendous relationship from before you even meet the customer, even with the chat. Certain companies we had before High Level came in, they would chat back and forth to Google My Business that has that kind of product. So and the whole thing and the integration is great. Facebook, Google My Business, all that you can put on that same chat. So if the customer's coming from Google My Business, the customer's coming from here, wherever that customer's coming from, bang, it's a no-brainer. As a matter of fact, as a company, we've talked that part of our process is going to be refer High Level to all our customers because it's great. We do two things. We do SEO for optimization, but what we really do is PPC. That's what our business is, right? Whether it's Google AdWords, whether it's Facebook, whatever it is, that's what we do. And our conversion is great. The most important thing, even SEO, that all you see is traffic, now we're getting conversion, right? So that's unbelievable how to level this product for that. And we all know you can't expect your people to do stuff. You have to inspect it. Well, let me say this. If you have a company that's driving traffic to you, whether it's paid search or SEO or from social media, and show you this is the traffic, and you're not getting leads, that's the biggest problem with the SEO world. Well, I have the traffic, but I don't have the conversion. Well, okay, with this product, you can really check out if that SEO company or if that marketing company is doing right by you. That's the other thing. If you look at it as an inspection tool, right, for your business, instead of paying these digital marketing people, let's face it, when you ran back in the day a newspaper ad, you knew what you got. Today, you don't know. Today, you're blind. You don't know. They can be buying traffic, and showing you, oh, look at the traffic. And then they can be putting a video on it. Now, when that traffic hits, people watch the video. So time, it appears like there's time on your site with no conversion. Why? Because it's bot traffic. There's all kinds of technology there that these SEO companies are using, and the business say, no, but I got the traffic. Then they say, well, you're not getting the conversion, so that's on you. Well, okay, right, great. With this tool, you'll know what time it is, okay? Because we are already getting lead gen from SEO. And why are we getting that? This tool that Mr. Clark has. It's unbelievable. It's crazy. I'm referring a lot of people into it. And guys, let me tell you, I've never seen a tool like that. It's a CRM combination with a marketing platform, combination with all the integration from every social media platform, from your Google My Business. I mean, wow, this has impressed me to the point that I'm referring my local businesses to this company.
And that's like such a great point that I, with the couple of weeks studying this program, I didn't think about how now the dealership, the business, whoever it is, can tap into this system and see what the follow-up is and see what these agencies are actually doing for them. Where you're right, when I was at the car dealership, they were talking about, we got you traffic, we got you leads, we got you traffic, we got you leads. But you were totally blind. It was a piece of paper that said 110 leads, or these many people visited your site. Your sales team stinks. Your sales team stinks. You guys stink. But we don't know, were they hitting them correctly with ads? Were they hitting them correctly with follow-up? Now you got the artificial intelligence built into this, which is unbelievable. So it's speaking to them, setting up appointments. It's unbelievable. And so from the agency, and forgive me if I'm translating this wrong, but from what I understand, from the agency and the marketing standpoint, they can white label this and even absorb the cost or sell it to the customer, right?
Right.
That's right. That's,
wow.
Yeah.
That's
and also remember, there's also a mobile app. So, from what I don't know the car business like you folks do, but a lot of these guys are walking around, right? And so they don't have time to sit at a computer and deal with stuff. So because of the mobile app, you can just pull that out and they can start having conversations, and you can assign leads to different salespeople and that sort of thing. So as those relationships
It's a mobile app.
past
sleep
the
with
point of
this thing.
automation, they can take over and they can do their business, wherever they are. So if they're out on the lot or they're wherever, they have to run back to the computer to see things. They can get notifications like every other mobile app and continue to take it forward. So it gives them kind of that extensibility, depending on who they and what they do.
So no more fax machine. Okay. Wow.
Look at this mobile app. Look at that
Thank
lead.
goodness.
The lead just came
What's
in
that?
right now. The lead just came in. That's your mobile app. And the mobile app has a tremendous, from a developer side, right, has a tremendous UI, okay? And the UX experience is crazy. So user-friendly. You know what I call this? I'm in the car business, guys, right? So, the idiot lights when you're driving a car, beep, beep, beep. Look, this is like set up for that. It's like idiot proof. It is so easy to manipulate. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
So easy. This company that I have on the system, right, told me that all their people can work the app as easy as the online. Huh. So that's the other benefit, that he makes everything so user-friendly, which is UX, user experience, makes it so easy to navigate, whether it's online, whether that, you guys got Salesforce, it is so difficult to figure out Salesforce. You almost got to be a Harvard graduate, okay? Even techs have a hard time. You got to be a graduate from Harvard and Yale. Well, in today's world, it has to be easy. Like for a guy like me, it has to be easy.
Right.
If it's not easy, the people won't use it. And if the people won't use it, now there's no value. And that's the problem with Salesforce. It's great with reporting, with this. It has too much stuff that doesn't focus on a lead, and now let me follow up that lead to get them in to my location so I can sell them.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't focus on that. It's just reporting and more reporting and more reporting. Yeah. Listen, sometimes you get jammed up on analytics and you can talk yourself out of a deal. Here's the thing. Business analysts, all they do, CFA specialists, is give you the information and you're the sales guy, right? But if you're running it, like putting people on a CRM that it's all this reporting and all this fancy stuff, but there's a lot of nonsense with that, because now you got to comprehend what your team is doing. Who's got time for that? What I got time for is how much did I spend today on Google AdWords, and how many leads do I have, and how many appointments do I have, and what is the cost of that process,
right?
Okay? And how much is my revenue? That's it.
Right.
I ain't got time about the reporting, the lost sales, this, that. Who cares? I'm spending this. I'm getting this conversion online. How many people are walking in here, and how many people am I selling? That's what this product does, guys. Right. You got to hear me out on this. This is a tremendous product line, huge, because that's what it does. How much traffic? How much did it convert? How many appointments do I have? And now how many sales do I have? Oh,
right. Imagine what
that doesn't exist, guys. A product like that doesn't exist. And let's talk about the support, high-level support. I've developed a relationship with Shaun, such great support with him and his team. Listen, guys, this is unbelievable. They'll walk you right through the process. They have a Zoom scheduled all the time. You can go on there and watch everything. It's fully automated company. More than that, it is like great support. You have a question, they'll get on it. You email somebody there, they'll get on it. They set up a call for you and everything. So
I was going to say, we actually have live Zoom support, which I take a lot of pride in, because I don't know about you, but I hate sitting on hold. I hate sitting in queues. I just want to get on, share my screen, show somebody the issue. And we've always done that, and I'm a huge fan of it. We love it, and we give it doesn't cost anything more. It's just part of the package.
Yeah, training, right? There's all training.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's such a great support.
Takes time to learn, and that's the best way to do it, right? Is to get on a call.
It's such a great support process. Why? Because he's automated. His mindset is already on automation. So the first thing is, here's the support. So don't forget something. We're not selling anything, guys. We're in the service business, okay? So that service business that we're in, we got to service our clients the right way. He's got it really, really figured out down to the T. All the metrics are right. When you're driving traffic on a website, those metrics are right. And if you see the metrics that are off, then that company you have is not doing the right thing from you. The beautiful thing about him is when you start optimizing the Google Analytics data. Why do you want to optimize Google Analytics data? Real simple, for your PPC to work better, to enhance it better. Then you see that data that's optimized driving there, driving to that website, and then you see his machine, which I call it a machine, right? His machine do its job.
Yeah.
Right. So we optimize all the Google Analytics data to increase that speed of the site and all that stuff, all that good stuff. And then when he gets it, when that comes into the website and then that chat's on there, bang, 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 very user friendly. The communication process with our people that are using it, it is unbelievable. Shaun, let me ask you a question. How long did this product line take you to develop?
Well, I mean, you're talking about, so we're actually a fairly young company. We've been around for about 6 years, but we've also got 1,000 employees now. So we're not small by any means anymore. And we're also backed by one of the largest private equity firms in the world. And so we have a tremendous amount of, we have about 300 engineers. We'll have another 100. So we have a very big force behind us to make this product best in class. And, because, we didn't come from selling to doctors and dentists and lawyers and every manner in between. We really started off, and we focus on selling to marketers and salespeople. So we build the product from that angle. So there's a lot of things that, while we want to help lawyers and doctors and dentists and cardio as well, we know that a lot about being what you are, but that doesn't mean you know a lot about sales and marketing. So when you work with sales and marketing folks, you build a product in a different way. It's designed from the get-go to be conversion oriented, because we know that if we can put a customer in the dealership or a potential customer, the salesperson can take it from there. But it's everything up to that point where those businesses don't necessarily know how best to do it. And marketing folks and sales folks do. And so that's where we built this product from. And that's why we're, I think, a standout. So we serve today about, I think it's 2.5 million end users. We're like the third largest marketing automation platform in the world today. And we're only growing at a faster and faster pace. And again, I think it's because we're not delivering yet another CRM. We're really delivering a system designed to convert leads to customers.
Right, correct. And you're also, that's one thing, but the beautiful thing is with your follow-up techniques, and I know the software is scaling in the next few months to much bigger and better. But let me tell you something, the biggest thing is that follow-up. Because, okay, so you got the conversion, now what? Okay, but you have that tool there that follows up that customer. Let me tell you something, it's unbelievable. It's really, really, there's no system in the world like it that I've seen, and I've been doing this now for over a decade, right? The PPC, the driving traffic to websites, the conversion, always what Google says you're at 1% or 2%. Well, that's an average from the weakest to the best. Let me tell you, you could be at 30%. We are at 25 or 30% between our publishing network that we have and our Google AdWords and our social media ads, because that's what we do, just strictly ads, because our business owners could care less about traffic. Like I always tell anybody, you can't sell that traffic. Could you make money with traffic? Oh, no, you're right, Richie. You can't make money, but you could make money with opportunities, I've had customers say, well, this guy's giving me 20,000 unique visitors and you're not. I said, yeah, but I'm giving you the customers. How many customers?
Right.
Yep. That's right.
He
That's
doesn't
right.
bring me no customers. What he gives me is traffic. Okay.
Yeah.
So could you sell that traffic? The answer is no.
Yeah, and the other thing I think is really cool is we're able to tie the actual ROI all the way back to the ad level. So if you have the dealers, even if depending on who you are, but all you have to do is say, look, this opportunity came in, we sold them this vehicle for this price. You can attribute that revenue all the way back to the ad. And I think it's an incredibly important thing because in the real world, ads don't matter if they don't sell stuff. And how much they sell and what they sell is super important. And a lot of times people will run ads that drive a lot of volume, but they aren't driving high ROI. And ultimately, I think if you're really in it to be a perfectionist in your in your ads and do a great job for your customers and run the right ads, you want to always know, regardless of what side you're on, you want to know how much money in true dollar terms am I making off that ad, because that's all that matters at the end of the day. If you sell a lot of cheap cars that have no margin, who cares? That's not what you want to sell. You want to sell a lot of high margin vehicles, and you want to make sure your ad strategy is targeting those types of buyers.
Yeah.
Right. And that's a great point. A lot of these people that do ads, they just want the volume. Where we concentrate more, we actually do ads based on data, right?
Yeah.
We actually have this audience from Experian, whether it's the wedding industry, business, or whatever it is. We have this audience from Experian that's right on Facebook. They put it up for us, and that drives that traffic, right? Yeah. So we spend more time getting the audience together than actually running the ad. The ad is like, okay, here, could you run me this ad? That's it, right?
Yeah.
But the whole thing is the audience is what we focus on. And we look at the customers' Google Analytics for about 7 days and study their audience that's coming in, right? And we're able to identify when they come in from a company that they're buying bot traffic, because that audience is all over the place, right? And you're able to see that, and then we say, okay, so now we know that we're going to look great, because if you do buy traffic, if your company does buy traffic, once we go on there, we build the right audience for you. We do that part. So that's what we focus on more, building the audience, more like building an audience to get a conversion on a newsletter, right? That's what we spend our data science guys on Clickable spend a lot of time building the audience for the conversion, because we don't hit broad audience. We hit really a target audience, and it's niche. Certain business owners that we have is a niche, like the hedge fund people, right? We have a niche for the builders that build properties over $7 to $8 million or $10 million. That's a niche, so we have that audience built already.
Yeah. Something I always ask is, a lot of people will say, oh, we got X number of conversions. Be really careful on what that means, because conversions by Google, even by Google standards, and I hate Google that they did this, but they're just leads. Leads are not conversions. Leads don't pay any bills. There's no dollars there. Yeah. A conversion to me is money in the door. That's a conversion, right? Correct. So make sure you have a system that can show you, because it's true. You don't care about traffic, and you don't care about leads. You care about dollars. Make sure you have a system that can show you the through line all the way through what you're paying for to the dollar. And if you don't, realize you can easily get hoodwinked, because someone will say, no, I delivered a lot of X, but unless X is money, nobody cares.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Yeah. The internet is, I always visualize the internet as a gigantic shopping mall, like you would see down the road. And you have all these storefronts, and thousands of people a day are going to walk by all those stores. They're going to notice you. They're going to look in your window. And, there's your traffic. They might crack the door open, and Google will call that a lead. But Go High Level sounds like the product that is going to be the magnet to suck the right people in. And
I think Google did what it did because it realized that, it was like, well, how are we going to get all the way to the end result? But, for every business, it's different. But for this business, we developed that product, and Google actually really appreciates us. We have first of all, we spend a lot of money on hosting with them, but we've got great relationships with them because they do want to show efficacy on their ads. They know their ads work. And, we get a lot, we've all heard this from people like, hey, what do you think about Google ads? Oh, Google ads are terrible. They don't work, blah, 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 blah. And, of course you laugh because you know that that's not true. But what is that is a classic disconnect between I ran some ads, but didn't do the rest of the work. So I never saw the conversions. And Google hates that because they love providers like us because we help make them look good and just reinforce that their ads are great products. And so I think, but as a business owner, it's simple. You can spend money on good ads or bad ads, and you need to know the difference. And the difference is, did it make you any money or not?
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. And for like under $10 a day between the VIN retention report and Go High Level, I can't even imagine the power of that.
Oh yeah. The VIN retention report is super cool. And then you can hook that up to the automations and just like fire away.
It's unbelievable. And it's like, in the car business, you have something called virtual BDC, which is the phone rooms, right? These virtual BDCs, that there's a lot of them, they don't even want internet leads. They don't want internet leads because they're saying to convert an internet leads, third-party lead is so difficult. I'm a third-party lead gen. ShopSmart's a third-party lead gen. It is so difficult to do it. But not only that, in a lot of industries, like let's take the roofer industries, getting third-party leads from, partners with Home Depot, it's terrible. Let's talk about the wedding industry, getting third-party leads from the NAT and all that. Everybody and their mother has it, and they're just shoppers. You know what I'm saying? It's not like first-party leads. First-party leads has the conversion.
Right.
A lot better because it's much easier to sell a first-party lead. Real simple, because they already are sold on your brand.
And aren't third-party leads going out of business somehow? Like, isn't there like a new thing where you can't shop
third-party leads are out. The reason for that is because if a third-party lead comes into one of the wedding halls, right now, that's not your customer anyway. Yeah, that's the NAT's customer, right? So you're never going to do anything with him. You're going to sell him, and that's it. But the first-party leads, they're sold on your brand. They're sold on your website.
There's a relationship there.
They're sold on you. Now you're going to get a conversion, and that is your customer. So the same thing with Auto Trader, Cars.com. It's all third party. Right. That's not their customers. The next time they're in the market for a car, guess where they're going? To Cars.com.
Well, and we live in this day and age now where I just think that there used to be all these different aggregators, and there was a reason for them because the systems just weren't set up. Like, take Google, for example. I mean, I've noticed Google Shopping has gotten radically better than when it first came out. I now can see a product that is close to me that I want to buy from a retailer, and it's there, and it's all in Google, and I didn't have to go. And Google's not trying to get me to sign up with Google. They're just trying to get me over to that retailer, right? To make me into a first-party buyer. I don't have to go to a third party. I don't have to go to an Angie's List anymore to find a roofer. I just go to Google and find roofers and look at the reviews and go to their sites. And to me, that's the future of how all the lead gen stuff is going to go. And, we see a ton of lead generation. And, the other big thing I see is the outbound is getting harder and harder and harder. Because everyone, I always like to joke, Republicans and Democrats can't most things, but they can't agree they don't like robocalls. And so there's just more and more legislation designed to combat outbound approaches. So to me, it seems like it's an inbound world. It's a first party world. So you need to create strategies for your business around those methods, because those are ones where that person raised their hand to shop with you. You attracted them, you own the channel, and it's harder to do, don't get me wrong, but once it's your brand, it's just going to be a better sale. It's going to be a better conversion.
It's easy because the customer is sold on you. So now your salesperson doesn't have to spend time on selling him that. He just has to listen to the customers.
Hey, by the way, you don't know me, but I'm this dealership.
Right.
You don't have to
all you got to listen to, all you really have to listen to the customer's wants and needs. So now the sales process is about your wants and needs. What does the customer want and what does the customer need, right? So now you funnel that down to the top funnel, convert the need versus the want, and now you have a conversion because they're already sold on you. The other thing that's happening in the automotive industries is something called DMS, right? Dealer Management Marketing, right? Which is their data from, when you buy a car, they put you on the system to motor vehicle for your warranty. So now they're marketing their own data. So now first party data is unbelievable, the conversion. I would tell people, you want to convert a marketplace like this show's about, convert your website into a marketplace and stop going to these marketplaces that's not working. That what it does, it messes up your psych head. Because you give a guy like me 100 leads, and I'm calling these people and calling them, and I'm not getting any conversion, and I don't stop, and I keep calling them. There's going to be a time where I just get the hell with this. Now, I don't even call those people. But what it's more important than that, when the real customer comes, my mindset is so messed up that I'll blow through that customer.
Right.
Because I'll say, here we go again.
Well,
you have to be very careful.
When you're creating your own first party lead stuff, I think the initial mental challenge is that you're like, it's expensive, it takes time, this and that. But it's less transactional. The thing about these other even if these third party marketplaces were going to stick around for a long time, you just pay for it and then you can turn it off. They own all the assets, right? So they have your inventory, they have your images, they have all your hard work. You've built nothing, you own nothing, and then you're done. Versus these first party things, they're all you. And these are assets that exist for a long time. And so it's just a way better investment long term if you really want to create a sustainable business.
And when you talk about the cost, us too, like we have an automated system with today's world of AI. But if you look up clickable funding, okay, you know that was a $32 million platform in 2006 because it was machine learning. Okay, AI is a marketing perspective. Machine learning, you need the data for that machine learning. When you look at our bidding management machine learning platform, I can bid every second of the day. So what does that do? When everybody's turning that thing off, I am making money. Right. Ching, 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 because they set it and forget it. The machine doesn't do that. That's where, so when it comes to cost, these lead generation companies are $4,500 today, $5,000 for XYZ. It'll cost you about the same, if not less. We got a customer that we're right on $11.25 a lead versus what he pays for through third party. He's at $22, $24 right. Because it's a machine, right? It's not manually, either you have a team in India or something, they're manual. It's none of that, right? It's a machine. It's a machine learning. And all you got to do is look up clickable funding, Crunchbase, and you see all the information there. In 2006, the investment was $32 million. Right, when machine learning was not even around. It was always around. Machine learning has been around since the 80s. The thing is the data, right? Mm-hmm. That's how you create machine learning, with data, right? And that's what we're good at. And it was developed like that. And we bought it like that. And we increased it. We upgraded like every software to, 32 million back then was like 100 million today. So, it's a great product to kill this third-party leads, because I'm seeing these business owners go, Richie, what is this? Look at these leads. I can't sell one of them. So it's happening in all industries: automotive, wedding, the HVAC industry, the roofing industry, the dental industry. There's third-party leads on every business. And that's the businesses we're in, to really, really point that out. And one of the things I did Shop Smart, it wasn't to become a lead. It was more to have data, like the VIN retention, plus a lot more data than that. Behavior, what customers are looking for. And zip code 11777. What's the search? Okay. How many customers are looking for a Honda versus a Toyota? How many customers are looking for a pickup versus, that's the data. So that's what I'm trying to say. That's the most important thing for us, data, because we are driven by data, because the right data will convert like you never see. That's why we're at $11 a lead. For that reason, so the cost of acquisition is so much cheaper. And these other industries that were in, the roofing industry is a huge industry. The roofing industry, the average roof is what, 14 grand. It's the same thing as a wedding. So that's what I'm trying to say. It's unbelievable, the whole thing. And with your software, it's even gonna enhance our cost per lead. And I'm talking cost per lead on conversion, actually on booking the sale, not so much just getting the lead, where the other companies are not into the booking of the sale, right? And the reason that our process is every business owner has to give us a CRM so we see what's actually going on, because we are trainers, right? We have a team of trainers, so they can go into any industry and train, right? And go over the process, right? So that's the biggest important thing. And Shaun, I am so glad that you developed this software, because this software with us is like, let's go. We can get, first of all, we can get so many more customers, because all I'm going to do to business owners is tell them, listen, you want to see how good that SEO company is, or that PPC company, get the system. This is one of my customers here. This is the other customer. This is the other customer. Look at their conversion. And now when they see that, now it's a great inspection tool for you to confirm if that guy is doing you the job.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah. Well, I hope everyone out there has a great Memorial Day with your families.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before you fire up the grills, take a moment and reflect on our soldiers that we've lost over the years defending our country and others. And Shaun, unbelievable product. I'm really so thankful today that you were here to share more with us. And
thanks for having me on. It was great to be here, and it was good to meet you both.
Yeah, a ton of clarity. You gave a ton of clarity on it. And Rich, thanks as usual for letting me sit here with you every week.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shaun. I'm the type of guy that when I see somebody that does a product or whatever, I congratulate them, right? I even have a party for them, okay? So that's how important it is, because when you see a product like that, I get very happy, because it helps my business much better. But congratulations that you got a product.
Hey, thanks for using it. Thanks for making it. I mean,
So damn good.
we're
It's
here because of our
unbelievable.
customers. So
It's
we wouldn't be here
unbelievable.
without people like you who can see the vision.
Every business owner should have this for the inspection, and then get the right company to drive your traffic that converts, and get the right company to convert it from a lead to the sale. Because bottom line, that's what's important. Shaun, have a great day. God bless.
Hey, you too.
Thanks.
All right. Bye, everybody. Have a great holiday. Bye-bye.